Hey, what's going on, guys? Good morning, and thank you for tuning into Rules for Rebels. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about Amazon merch. So what I wanted to talk about is Amazon's 80-20 rule. So I just tiered up to tier 1000 on Amazon merch the other day. I've been sitting at 500 for quite a long time. And what the 80-20 rule is, and I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking about like the old 80-20 rule about 80% of my results come from 20% of my work, 80% of my sales come from 20% of my sales force, but that's not what the Amazon merch 80-20 rule. The Amazon merch 80-20 rule is that basically if you're not utilizing 80% of your designs, you're not going to get tiered up. Or the other way of looking at it is if you have more than 20% vacancy in your designs, you're not going to get tiered up. So this is actually something I had heard from Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler. You guys have seen him on YouTube. He's been on my channel before. We've done a few live streams. He was the one that first told me about this, and it really does make sense. He's also a reseller on Steam, and if you guys want to check him out there. But what the 80-20 rule is again, if you're not using up 80% of your designs, you're not going to get tiered up. And Chris referred to this as a, quote-unquote tinfoil hat theory. And when it comes to Amazon merch, Amazon, eBay, really any platform, none of us necessarily know 100% what criteria they use to rank shirts or tier up or whatever else. So a lot of people talk about tinfoil hat theories, and it's basically people speculating on what Amazon wants out of us, what Amazon's criteria is for tiering you up, etc. So as we know from the tiers, to get out of tier 10, you have to sell 10 shirts. To get out of tier 100, you have to sell 100 shirts. To get out of tier 500, you have to sell 500 shirts. Now, I have sold 500 shirts a long, long time ago, right? I've been sitting at tier 500 for quite some time. In the month of December alone, I think I sold 350 shirts. So, pretty much over like 2 months of sales, I sold 500 shirts, but still month after month after month went by, and I didn't tier up. And when I look back at it, I only had probably 240 shirts live, maybe 290 something shirts live at the top. Then, some get removed. I go back down. And I remember when me and Chris were doing a live stream, I forget if we were talking about merch or Steam It or something else, but he told me, he said, you're really going to want to get your number of designs up. He said, there's kind of a tinfoil hat theory out there in the merch community that if you're not utilizing your designs, you're not going to get tiered up. So just for example, me at tier 500, I might have sold 1,500 shirts, but if I'm only using 300 out of my 500 designs I have available to me, Amazon isn't going to tier me up. And it makes sense, right? Like if I have 500 shirts at my disposal and I'm not even using half of that, like why is Amazon going to give me more? So, in the past, there's been a lot of speculation about, is this 80% rule true? Is that really part of the criteria of tiering up? I'll tell you what. So I was at 15 uploads per day. A couple weeks ago, Amazon gave me 20 uploads per day. So every day I started maxing out. Now I was kind of more concerned with quantity over quality, right? Like a lot of it was just simple text-based designs and things like that. But what I really wanted to do was get my number of shirts listed definitely above 400, ideally above 420. So again, I've been sitting at tier 500 with well over 500 shirt sales for several months now. The past maybe 2 weeks I've gone really hard, kind of maxing out at my 20 shirts a day, and lo and behold, within 48 hours of me crossing over that 400 shirt mark, I think right now at the moment of making this video, I think I have 417 shirts live. Literally within 24 to 48 hours after crossing over that 400 mark, which 20% of 500 is 100, right? 80% of 500 is 400. So literally as soon as I crossed over that, 80% threshold or 20% vacancy threshold, right away my account was tiered up. So I'm now sitting at tier 1000. I have 50 uploads per day available to me. So really got to kind of start going hard on the merch. I've been using a new design company called Penji. I'll link to it in the description. I will link to them in the description box below. And actually, I think we might try to get the founder of the company on for an interview, talk about merch, talk about shirt designs, branding, all that type of stuff. But basically, what it is for a couple $100 a month, I have unlimited designs. I can have one design in the works at a time, so I have to complete one design before I can put out another proposal for them. But they can do everything for me. They can do t-shirts. I am going to be having them work on t-shirts, but my focus with them is more like pages for web design, infographics, you know, logos, banners, like that's kind of what my main focus with Penji is going to be. But you know, as long as I have them, if I don't have a banner in the works or a logo in the works that I'm working on, I am going to be using them for t-shirt designs as well. So really excited to kind of see where we can go with this. You know, when I look at how other people are doing with their sales, like a lot of people are out there killing it, and you know, good for them, that's awesome. But when I look at the number of shirts they have live versus their sales, they're not, for as many shirts as they have live, they're not doing that much better than me. So like looking back, it's like, wow, like I've been doing pretty good for only having, you know, 200, 250 shirts live. So, you know, I'm really kind of optimistic for if I can get you know, 1,000 shirts live at a time. I'm really kind of optimistic and excited to kind of see what that does to my sales. So, that's all I got for you guys today, but it is not a myth, that Amazon merch 80-20 rule. In my mind, after kind of seeing how quickly I got tiered up after I crossed that threshold, it definitely plays a huge factor in getting tiered up, and it makes sense because if you're not using what you have, why would they give you more? So any of you guys who are wanting to tier up but not maxing out your designs, get those design numbers up there. And that's really all I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If so, subscribe, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.